This presentation discusses the case of application of the Convention on the Prevention and Punishment of the Crime of Genocide in the Gaza Strip, South Africa versus Israel before the International Court of Justice. South Africa instituted proceedings against Israel in December 2023 under the Genocide Convention and sought urgent provisional measures. In its application, South Africa alleged that Israel's acts and omissions in Gaza were genocidal in character and that Israel had failed to prevent and punish genocide. On 26 January 2024, the court indicated provisional measures. The first and most important human rights issue in this case is genocide under Articles 1 and 2 of the Genocide Convention. Article 1 confirms that genocide is a crime under international law which states undertake to prevent and punish. Article 2 defines genocide through prohibited acts committed with intent to destroy a protected group in whole or in part. South Africa's case tracked the language by alleging killing Palestinians in Gaza, causing serious bodily and mental harm and inflicting conditions of life calculated to bring about physical destruction by Israel. The second major human rights issue is the right to life. Although the formal cause of action before the International Court of Justice is the Genocide Convention, the conduct alleged also engages core human rights. Article 6 of the ICCPR protects the inherent right to life and states that no one shall be arbitrarily deprived of life. Here, that right is engaged through the alleged killings of members of a protected group under Article 2 of the Genocide Convention. The third major issue is serious bodily or mental harm, expressly covered by Article 2 of the Genocide Convention. South Africa alleged serious bodily and mental harm to Palestinians in Gaza, and the court's summary referred to the catastrophic humanitarian situation, the scale of injury, and the vulnerability of the civilian population. This issue can also be linked to Article 7 of the ICCPR, being freedom from torture and cruel, inhumane, or degrading treatment. More importantly, it shows that genocide law extends beyond killing alone. The fourth major issue concerns conditions of life calculated to bring about physical destruction. Under Article 2 of the Genocide Convention, South Africa sought measures aimed at preventing deprivation of food and water, humanitarian aid, medical supplies and assistance, and the broader destruction of Palestinian life in Gaza. The court noted a lack of access to basic necessities and the serious risk of further deterioration in the humanitarian situation. This point is significant because genocide allegations may arise not only from direct attacks, but also from creating conditions in which life cannot be sustained. At the human rights level, this engages the right to life under Article 6 of the ICCPR, the right to an adequate standard of living and freedom from hunger under Article 2 of the ICCPR, and the right to health under Article 12 of the ICCPR. The fifth major issue is direct and public incitement to genocide, prohibited by Article 3 of the Genocide Convention. South Africa alleged failures to prevent and punish incitement by senior Israeli officials. This is significant because the convention is directed not only to complete a destruction, but also to the process that may lead to it. It also overlaps with Article 20 of the ICCPR, which prohibits advocacy of national, racial, or religious hatred that constitutes incitement to discrimination, hostility, or violence. The final major issue is prevention. South Africa stated that it was aware of its own obligations as a state party to the convention to prevent genocide. The court then held that at least some of the rights claimed by South Africa were plausible. That is significant because the convention is also preventative, aimed at stopping catastrophic harm while it is ongoing. The effect of the court's intervention is legally significant. On 26 January 2024, the court indicated provisional measures requiring Israel to take measures within its power to prevent acts under Article 2, prevent and punish direct and public incitement to genocide, enable urgently needed basic services to humanitarian assistance, preserve evidence and report to the court. Those measures impose binding legal obligations while the case proceeds. In conclusion, South Africa versus Israel is a case about alleged genocide, including killing, serious bodily and mental harm, life-destroying conditions, incitement, and failures of prevention. It places those issues before the principal judicial organ of the United Nations under the Genocide Convention and treats them as requiring urgent legal protection. Thank you.